All right, welcome everybody. Let's go ahead and have a seat and we'll start with meditation. Get yourself nice and comfortable. All right, let's start over here. All right, welcome everybody. Let me try this one more time. Take 3. All right, welcome everybody. Here we are for some yoga. Open up the chest. Get ready for meditation. Taking a couple nice deep breaths in the belly here. Just nice and easy. And then start to lengthen your breath. Inhale for about 5 seconds. Exhale for about 5 seconds. And just work your breath like that, inhaling for as long as you can, about 5 seconds if possible, and then exhaling 5 seconds. Just see how slow you can make your breath. Nice, long, slow breathing. And allow yourself to relax with each exhale, just letting go. Letting go of your mind and all your thoughts. Just focusing on the moment with your mind. Feel the breath. Listen to the breath. Hear your breath to yourself. Just taking a couple more deep breaths and then we'll open up. Just allowing yourself to relax mentally and physically. Okay, so let's go ahead and scoot up here. Today we'll focus on the hips and the shoulders. So let's start with the shoulders. Take the shoulders up and relax. Bring them up and relax. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more of these. Inhale up. Exhale down. And again. Good, and then grab onto the side of the chair here and just lean to the side. Stretch your neck and shoulders. And other side. Okay, and then push out, curve your back. We'll be working stretches for the hips and shoulders, but we'll also work some strengthening exercises and poses as well. Curve that back as much as you can. Good, and then scoot up a little ways. We're gonna reach back and grab the back of the chair. lift the chest. Feel the stretch in the front of the chest as well as the shoulders here. Breathe deep in the chest. Good, and then reach out with one arm. And this should really stretch the other shoulder that's holding on. Try to stay square to the front. Feel the shoulder stretching. Couple more deep breaths. And then take your head to the side of the arm that's reaching out. Hold for 2 more breaths. All right, and then we have the other arm reaching out. Try to stay square to the front. Let that shoulder stretch. Then take your head to the side. 2 more breaths. Excellent. And then twisting and turning. Look back behind you. Excellent. And then we'll hold here, push up, twist around, look back behind you, take in a couple deep breaths. And other side. All right. And then we have a forward fold. Just leaning forward, walk the arms forward there. Just taking a few deep breaths, relaxing the back. Breathing deep in the lower back area. Okay, and then we're going to circle the legs up and around. You can even just circle it with your arm. You don't have to use the muscles. It's almost better just to knot and relax the leg. Other direction. Good, and then just bring it over and cross the legs entirely. And then we'll do a little twist here. Grab the front there and just twist around. Look back behind you. Take a couple breaths. All right, and then slide it up a little bit toward the ankle. You can have it low if you need to. And then go ahead and come down, forward. Keep the back straight here. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the other leg here. We'll start with circles, up and around. Other direction. Good, and then cross completely. You can cross low if you need to. We're gonna twist here, pull in the front. All right, and then slide that leg up a little bit, leaning forward, flatten out the leg there. Keep the back straight. Just taking a few nice deep breaths. Enjoying your breath. Feel the breath coming in and out. Excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and face the side here. And we'll put one leg back. And then reach up with this hand. Lift the chest. Breathe deep in the belly area. Reach up and back. One more deep breath. And relax. Back to center. So inner thigh stretch is next. So, and then also stretch the inner part of the hips here. So open the feet up, toes turned out, kind of at an angle. Then lean forward, keeping the back straight at first. And go down further, reaching down toward the ankles, or just hold it where you're at. I like to push out with the elbows, reach the ankles. Take a couple deep breaths. All right, roll up and just reach up. Lift the chest. Take a couple deep breaths there. And then bring the arm across, twisting and turning. Look back behind you. Shoulder and back stretch. Take one more breath. Good, other side. And I'm keeping my legs wide because that'll stretch the back a little differently. Pull the arm in and then twist. All right, and then we'll go ahead and face the side here. One leg back, reaching up, lift the chest. Take some deep breaths there. One more breath, reach up and back. All right, back to center. Let's go ahead and stand up here. So we're going to start with shoulder rolls and pelvic tilts here. Have your feet about hip width apart. And we're going to tilt the pelvis forward. See from the side, I'm just tilting like this. Now ring the shoulders forward. Try to stretch the back and shoulders as you come up and back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now to really get the shoulders, we're going to turn the hands out as we come up and back, and then roll them and turn them palms facing out as we come up and around. Roll them back, roll them in, roll them out, roll in, and then out. Do just a few more there. And then we'll go the other way, kind of like the butterfly swim. Open up and exhale. So I'm going to turn the hands, really turning, stretching the shoulders, and then rotating out. Bend the knees, curve the back. Good, and then come to a mountain pose. You're gonna have your feet about hip width apart, and then pull the shoulders back and down, palms face out. So the main thing here is to strengthen the shoulders right in the rotator cuff in the back. Pulling the shoulders back and down, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lift the chest, tighten up the legs, just push your heels into the ground. Pull the head back and then just take a few nice long deep breaths. And relax. Excellent. Then we're going to step out with the right leg. This foot's pointed to the side, this one's straight ahead. We're going to have it wide enough so that when you bend the knee, your knee will be right over your ankle. We're going to reach down, and then reach up and back. Again, this is going to strengthen the shoulder by working the muscles in the back, opening up. Think about those muscles and then reach up. So feel the muscles in the back and in the shoulder tightening. And likewise, whenever you tighten the opposing muscle, the front part is going to have to relax. So the opposite muscle needs to relax when you tighten the other one. Just take a few deep breaths. So feel your front of your body relaxing, opening up. Good, and then reach up with the other arm. So really reach up first, straighten the front leg, and then you start reaching up and over. This is warrior one here, or I'm sorry, reverse warrior right here, reverse warrior. To get more shoulder though, we're gonna collapse that arm, just let it come down, and then go back, let that arm come down, feel the shoulder there. Elbow up, hand down. Take one more breath. Good, and then relax. Just kind of swing your arm forward and back. Just the one arm so you can really feel it. Now swing it in and out. Just the one arm so you can really pay attention to that one arm. Good. All right, let's go and step out with the other foot. Triangle is what this pose is called. Pointing the foot forward there and to the side, reach down, and then reach up and back. Think about those back and shoulder muscles working. Reach up and back and really feel them. And then feel the front of the body relaxing. It has to relax while the other muscles are working. Good. Go ahead and relax there. Straighten the front leg. Reach up with that hand. Start with just reaching straight up to the ceiling, and then go back and over a little toward the top corner of the room. Take a deep breath. And then let the hand come down, elbow up. Stretching that shoulder. Lean back a little there. Take a couple more breaths. And then relax. All right, just take that hand and swing it forward and back. And then in and out. Notice any difference with the two arms. All right, good. Up and down with the shoulders, shake it out. Good. So let's move on to some more hip work here. We're going to start with hip circles. Big circles. See how big you can make your circles. And other direction. And then feet together. Reaching up and over, side ankle pose or banana pose. We're going to push the hips to the side, really stretching those hips and then reaching up and over. So you'll stretch that shoulder too, reaching up and over. And then again, if you relax the hand and come down with it, it'll stretch your shoulder more over with the elbow. Take a couple deep breaths there. And other side. Just do what's comfortable for you though. Everybody's different. Start with reaching up at an angle. And then push the hips toward the side. You can do it that way. Whatever feels good too. You're gonna have everybody has different areas that are tight. So one person might get a better stretch like this. Another person might want to relax the hand and bring the elbow up and you might feel it more that way. But it just depends on which muscles are tight on you particularly. Take a couple deep breaths. And relax. Good. All right, let's go ahead and do a tree pose. We're going to turn the leg out. Now this actually works the glutes and the hip, gluteal and hip area here in the back. So we're going to turn that leg out, and that's what we want to focus on. Tighten the thighs, but also think about tightening the glutes. Just think about squeezing those glutes together in the back. Squeeze it all together back there, and then come to tree pose. Good, take one more breath. And relax. All right, let's go ahead and try tree pose on the other side. Really focusing on the gluteal area and the hip area here. It's also a hip opener, so this stretches the front of the hip, opens it up. So tighten up those thighs, tighten up the glutes, come to heart center. I find that the more I tighten up that base, the easier it is to balance. One more breath. And relax. All right, great job. Let's go to downward dog. And we're gonna walk the feet back. Stretching the whole body. So you really want to walk those feet back and then push the hips back toward the back wall. Now, if you have them back too far, it doesn't stretch your legs. You want to be just right. Find that sweet spot where you feel the back of your leg stretching. And then bring your head down between your arms there and stretch your underarms and your shoulders. So let that head come down today between those arms. And just take a few deep breaths that way. All right, back to center. Next, we're going to do some hip kicks. Let's start with kicking to the side. And just nice and slow, about 8 of these, nice and controlled. Think range of motion. That's the stretching part. All right, other side. And you could balance, but if you really want to work your range of motion, you might be able to just focus easier to hold on. Try not to lean to the side. One more. Nice and controlled. Good, let's do some kicking back now. So it's going to be a stiff leg, nice and controlled. See how much you can stretch here. See how you tend to want to lean forward? Try to stay upright and feel that stretch. Two more. Good, other side. It's going to stretch the front of the hip too. Nice and slow. Excellent, and then we'll go to the side kick. Back and forth. Notice the difference in the kicks. Two more. Good, and then try the back kicks alternating. Notice the difference there if there's any. Good. All right. And then the next thing we're going to do is cross one leg over the other. And then take the hand that's the same hand as the foot that's crossed in front. Take it and reach down toward that foot. You can just hold on to the chair, come down to about where you're flat toward the ground there. Feel the stretch in the hip and lower back. All right, I'm going to switch sides here. Bringing the other foot in front and reaching across with the same hand. Take a couple breaths. Okay, so the last one I want to do standing is a hip flexor stretch. This is kind of like when you see the runners getting ready to take off and they're doing this one here. That was kind of the only one they suggested that you could bounce on, but I'm still not sure if you should really bounce on any muscle because it activates tensor fasciitis that will basically the Golgi complexes will tighten up and everything like that. So what you want to do here is we're going to go wide and we'll use this chair and try to get the same kind of, see if you can see here. Try to get that same kind of feel there where you're getting a good long leg and then bringing the hip down and stretching this hip flexor. It could be any variation for you. Now you could go to the floor if you want and do it just like this, but that's up to you. I'm just going to hold it still. One more breath. And then back to center. Let's try the other side. So I'm just putting back that leg pretty far, and then I can drop down into the hip more. Go back further if you need to, but just don't lose your balance. Take a couple deep breaths. All right, excellent. Finish with the downward dog, and then we'll have a seat. Just taking a few deep breaths there. All right, back to center. Good, let's go ahead and have a seat here. I'm gonna start with stretching the hip again. So we're gonna be crossing the legs either low or high. And we'll start with just keeping the back straight and leaning forward. We'll get into the seated eagle pose. So start with this way here. Whenever you're ready, taking some deep breaths. And then hug up. Pull the leg in. Then you're going to twist to the side here. So the knee goes that way. You look the other way. And then to stretch the hip more, you can lean back with it a little bit. So if I scoot up on the chair and lean back a little more toward the back of the chair, then I can stretch it even more. Good, and then just kind of extend the leg and pull it in, laying back. Do what you can though. Excellent. All right, we're coming into seated eagle here. So let that leg hang out. You can hang out low too. And then open up, deep breath in. And exhale, right arm on the top, left arm underneath. Wrap it around. You can come to here or come all the way around. If you're flexible enough, you could put this leg behind the other one, but just be careful. Lift the chest, take a couple deep breaths. Elbows up. Feel the shoulders stretching and the hips stretching. Just enjoy your breath. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides here. We're going to start with crossing the leg and leaning forward. Keep the back straight. All right, and then pull the knee across, hugging up, twisting and turning. Scoot up if you need to, and you can lay back more. One more breath. Good, and then lay back a little bit and pull that leg up and over. I know it's not the most comfortable spot, but it gets the hip good here. All right, and then we come into seated eagle. Cross the legs there, lower high. And take a deep breath in. Left hand's on top. The other hand comes around and underneath. Lift the chest. Put the leg behind only if you can. I used to do it a little bit because I could, but then it just started not feeling good. So even if you can, just make sure it doesn't, make sure it feels okay. And just take a couple nice long breaths here. Feeling the shoulders and hips stretching. One more breath. Okay, so go ahead and relax. Sit back all the way. Just a couple neck stretches, and then we'll do a brief breathing meditation sort of thing. So let's start with just take the head down and go side to side. And then look side to side. Ear to shoulder. And forward and back. Good. And then finish with just giving yourself a bit of a neck massage. So I'm just going to start with just kind of basically start with just squeezing. Squeeze the back of your neck a little bit. Just a little brief We always do these kind of things naturally, so it makes sense that it helps the muscles a little. And then go ahead and go forward and back on the muscles. Since the muscles go downward, we'll go side to side. You could also, I like this one, you cross with the opposite and just go this way. Try some circles. You can always do more of that if you like. Let's go ahead and do some meditation here. Get nice and comfortable and just focus on your breathing. Just enjoy your breath. Feel the breath coming in and out. And just relax with each exhale, really letting go. Just allow yourself to be relaxed, taking nice, long, deep breaths. And just enjoy this time for a couple minutes here, just on your own. Try to focus on your breath and your body, letting go of all the other thoughts. Notice anything around you, the sounds that you hear, things that you feel, the breeze, anything that you sense around you. Just breathing for another minute. Taking 2 more deep breaths and then we'll close up here. Open your eyes, come into heart center, wide awake. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining me, and I'll see you all next time.